Hello and welcome to News9. I'm Pratibha. Well, 2 weeks ago we told you how polluted the lakes of Jigani were. From animals to poison in these lakes, the waters at these lakes were entirely unfit for drinking or other purposes. Then we also spoke to the Karnataka State Pollution Control Board, and they promised that in a matter of 15 days they would solve the issue. But today, that is on the 15th day, how is the situation? Well, News9 did a follow-up on the story, and this is what we found out. Kumar Organics and others continue polluting Jigani Lake. Don't these companies know about the consequences? Hundreds of people continue to suffer. Isn't there an end to people's problems? "15 days and still no action."
Why I'm telling we'll constitute a special team which can really crack down on this entire thing, identify the root cause.
By when can we expect
Within
that?
15 days, I'll see that the report is on my table.
The Jigani Lake that recently made headlines for its dying state continues to remain the same, or rather has gotten worse. The surrounding companies like Kumar Organics and a few others have been letting out pollutants into the lake, and the ones who face the brunt of it are the hundreds of people in the vicinity. On Monday evening, a few residents were passing by, and that was when they saw harmful effluents being let into the lake. And when they questioned the company staff, they said it was the rainwater. Our correspondent Prajwal was at the spot, and here is the exact story narrated by the eyewitnesses.
It goes on to show that these people have not taken any sort of action, because last evening it rained cats and dogs here. It rained heavily over here, and what happened was the factories that we had pointed out again released the chemical discharge not only into the lakes this time, but they did that right on the roads and also into the drains. And we also have one of the sample where a tire factory released that water sample. So this is the sample that I am speaking, which was released last evening at around 4, between 4 to 4:30. Yeah, between 4 to 4:30. This is from the tire factory. And now the Karnataka State Pollution Control Board claims that all is well, nothing has happened at all. And if you see that these people were the ones who had, collected all the samples. Let's go across and speak to Mr. Nagraj. Let's ask him what happened yesterday. We are speaking about yesterday, not 10 days ago, not 12 or not 15 days ago, yesterday.
ಸರ್ ಇದು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಮಳೆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ನೀರು ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ಮಳೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಸಹ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೊಡೆ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಇದು ಕೋನಸಂದ್ರ ಕೆರೆಗೆ ಟೈರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿ ಅವ್ರು ನೀರು ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಸರ್. ಇದೇ ವಾಟರ್ ಸರ್, ಇದೇ ವಾಟರು, ಇದೇ ಬಾಟಲ್, ಇದೇ ನಾನೇ ನೆನ್ನೆ ಫೋಟೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನೇ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಅದೇ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈಗ ಇದನ್ನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ಗೆ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಒಂದು ಬಾಟಲ್ನ.
ಗೇಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ನಾನು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇದೇನಂತ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ GM ಯಾರೋ ಇದ್ರು, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಮಳೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ರೈನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ನಾವು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಮಳೆ ನೀರು ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನೇ ಧಮಕಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
The Pollution Control Board was given 15 days time to file a report and take stock of the Jigani Lake. They were to send notices to the companies. So have they? KSPCB fails to give a report. How much more time does the KSPCB need?
And I have with me Pollution Control Board Chairperson Lakshman, who's on this himself. Says a committee has been constituted. They have been pressed into action. But what is the result of their inquiry or investigation so far, sir?
See, committee, after the constitution of the committee, they have already visited it twice, and the committee consists of the representative from MOF, and then the Central Pollution Control Board, and Central Groundwater Authority, and then our officers, and our Chief Environmental Officer is the chairman. So they already visited. They have to find out the cause for this contamination of this lake, and what are all the non-compliances, and overall discharging without the treatment.
Right, sir.
And they are going to visit one more. That's what they told. So once the report comes, so we will take stringent action.
Yes, sir, but just previously Mr. Manoj said 15 days, but it's been way more than 15 days. And so far, what have your people on ground there found? Have they found that they are polluting or they aren't polluting?
First, we have to find out who is the custodian of the lake.
Yes.
And they have to prepare the DPR.
Okay.
Detailed project report and the costings, and then we'll call for the entire meeting in the overall the big industries and medium scale industries.
Right.
I'll only call for the meeting, and I will see that they are all put together and mobilize the whatever the funds is required to rejuvenate. That process will take 2 or 3 months.
2 or 3 months it will take. All right, sir. We are hoping that you live up to your promise, Mr. Lakshman. We're really looking forward for you to act on this because we've given you all the proof and evidence needed. Thank you so much. I have with me Mr. Lakshman, who is the chairperson of the Pollution Control Board, promising that within 15 days, soon after proper tests are done, checks are carried out, reports are on his table. In 15 days, there will be an answer coming in from the Pollution Control Board, whether or not they're cancelling the licenses of these companies and how are they really going to regulate these companies to ensure that they don't pollute the lake and the area in Jigni furthermore.
So it now boils down to an additional 15 days that has been sought by the KSPCB. It still remains to be seen if the lake will be revived. Nabila and Prajwal for NEWS9. Moving on now, lust for power is something that is very, very common, and in politics in particular, of course, it's needless to say that power is the tool to achieve all your goals. Now, talking of power, the post of the state's chief minister, we must tell you that there were talks about former chief minister Siddaramaiah becoming the chief minister of Karnataka again. Here's the latest.
This man on your screens needs no introduction. For 5 years, he held the office of the Chief Minister of Karnataka. And when he was absolutely confident that he would be elected back as the CM, there was a change in the script. Congress fell woefully short of getting the majority in the Karnataka Assembly elections. But the issue of Siddaramaiah becoming the CM has still not died down. First, let's listen in to what Siddaramaiah had to say a few days ago.
ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಾರಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ, ಜನ ನನಗೆ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ.
And ever since that statement was made, there are a lot of talks about the continuance of the coalition government in the state. Congress leaders rushed to the defense of Siddaramaiah. Yes, as the talks of felling the coalition government began making the rounds, top leaders of the Congress party are throwing their weight behind Siddaramaiah.
ಭಾಷಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರು ಹಾಸನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಷಣ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾರೋ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಸರ್ ನೀವೇ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಆಗ ಅವರು ಭಾಷಣ ಮಾಡೋ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಭಾಷಣ, ಅವರು ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಜನರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಜನ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಗ್ತೀನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅದು ಆ ಭಾಷಣದ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಿಕೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಭಾಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ, ಏನು ಉದ್ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇವರು ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅಸ್ಥಿರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ತಳ್ಳು ಹಾಕುವಂಥ ವಿಚಾರ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರೋ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು.
As Dinesh Gundurao issued a clarification on the issue, other party members like B.R. Patil and Shivraj Tangadigi did not mince words, saying they indeed want Siddaramaiah to become the CM.
ಖಂಡಿತ ಕಾಣಬೇಕಂತೇನೆ. ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಇವತ್ತು ಜನನಾಯಕ, ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಅನೇಕ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕಾಮಗಾರಿಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಭಾಳ ಅದ್ಭುತ ಕಾಮಗಾರಿಗಳು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಸಲ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆದರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸಂತೋಷ.
ಮಾಜಿ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಂತ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಇದ್ದತ್ನಾಗ ಅವರೊಂದು ಭಾಷಣ ಮಾಡೋ ಹೊತ್ನಾಗ ಒಂದು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದೊಳಗೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸದ್ಯನ ಆಗ್ತಾರಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ. ಮುಂದಿನ ಸದ್ಯ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬರ್ತೈತೆ, ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದೊಳಗ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ. ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರು ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದಂತ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ 100ಕ್ಕೆ 100ರಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ. 2023 ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತೈತೆ ಆ ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯವರ ಒಂದು ಸಮ್ಮುಖದೊಳಗೆ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಮುಂದಾಳತ್ವದೊಳಗೆ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಅವರ ನಾಯಕತ್ವದೊಳಗೆ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದೊಳಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ತರುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Lastly, when it comes to Siddaramaiah, Zamir Ahmed Khan, the Chamrajpet MLA, can't be left behind.
ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬರೋ ದಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದರೆ 22 ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಗೆದ್ದು ಜನ ನನ್ನ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆವಾಗ ನಾನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು. ಈ ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿಗೆ ತಗ್ ನಾನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾರಾ? ಈ ಪೀರಿಯಡಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾರಾ? ಈ ಪೀರಿಯಡಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲನ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದಾರಾ? ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇರೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಯಕರು ಅವರೇ, ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನೇ. ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಬರೋದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಪಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರು 5 ವರ್ಷ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಅಂದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ?
Well, what more can we say? Siddaramaiah continues to enjoy the support of his party members. But as his own party members confess, there is no ploy to fell the government. So it is high time we left the issue here and moved on. A NEWS9 report.
And well, time now for a quick break. We'll be right back with lots more. Stay with us.
So much natak to stay awake. Peps, spring mattresses that adjust to your body to keep you awake all day.
Live the Peps life. Those words like you hate me now.
Ready for anything. The new feature-loaded Renault Kwid. Renault, passion for life.
इतनी हंसी है ये तारीफ, मैं किसको चुनूं? I don't know what to do.
अब जी भर के तारे चुनो क्योंकि the great diamond sale is here. 20% off on all diamonds. Tanishq.
Introducing Suzuki Connect, an advanced telematics solution with live vehicle tracking, emergency alerts, driving behavior, preventive functional alert, and much more. Suzuki Connect, advanced telematics solution.
ಚಕ್ರ ಉರುಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇರೋರು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋರು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲೇಬೇಕು.
The coalition Sarkar is on shaky grounds. Kumaraswamy is constantly looking over his shoulder.
ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ತಯಾರಾಗವರೆ ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ 3 ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
As Siddaramaiah is nursing ambitions of becoming chief minister again.
ನಾನು ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೆಲವರು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ I don't think it is wrong.
Battle for the crown.
Welcome back. Well, as Dasara is fast approaching, the government of Karnataka has decided on the chief guest who will be inaugurating the Nada Habba. The chairperson of the Infosys Foundation, teacher, philanthropist and writer in Kannada and English, Sudha Murthy will be inaugurating this time's Mysuru Dasara. Well, keeping in mind the floods in Kodagu, the Chief Minister also announced today that this time around the Dasara celebrations will not be as grand as every year. But the preparations have begun nevertheless, and today the government made the announcement that Sudha Murthy would be inaugurating the Nada Habba. Meanwhile, moving on to politics now, the Congress and the JDS Coordination Committee meeting will be held on August 31st. The Coordination Committee convener Danish Ali announced the date and has also asked the leaders of both the parties to set an agenda for the meeting. Of course, it goes without saying that while the official agenda of the meeting would be decided by the other party leaders, high on priority would also be a discussion on the statement that was made by Siddaramaiah recently that set tongues wagging. Recently, the former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah had said that he would want to be the Chief Minister of Karnataka again, while the Congress leaders have been defending it, saying that he meant he would be the Chief Minister after the next Assembly elections, which would take place after 5 years. The JDS seems worried, with the Chief Minister Kumaraswamy himself stating that efforts are being made to topple his government. And well, the Water Resources Minister D.K. Shivkumar reacted on the Mahadai issue today and said that injustice had been meted out to Karnataka. He also said that he would be visiting the Mahadai river site this week and would talk to the concerned officials, after which he would hold a meeting with the Chief Minister in this regard, also reminding the other party leaders that this is the time to fight unitedly to ensure that Karnataka gets justice. In a tragic incident, a crane operator lost his balance and fell to death. The incident was reported from Yelahanka. This freak accident took place at the Yelahanka Railway Wheel and Axle plant. The deceased has been identified as Ravi Shankar and he fell from a height of 60 feet. The Yelahanka police visited the spot and inspected as well. In a shocking incident, a monster son gouged the eyes of his father in a fit of rage. The two were having an argument over property when this horrific incident took place. The victim has been identified as 65-year-old Paramesh, who is currently at the hospital undergoing treatment. The accused, Chetan, has been taken into custody. On the left side of your screens, the accused, who had an argument with his father over property. Well, the victim's wife passed away last month, and since then the father-son duo have been fighting increasingly over property issues. Chetan is reportedly a drug addict and a womanizer. The JP Nagar police have taken Chetan into custody and a case has also been registered in this regard.
ವೆಂಕಟ್ ಬಾರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾರ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಾರ ನೀನು ನಾನು ಬೀಗ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್ ಬೀಗ ನನ್ನ ಮನೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡವರಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಇದು ಕಣ್ಣು ಕಾಡ್ಸಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್ ಸರ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಣ್ಣು ಹೆಂಗಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು.
And well, one of the greenest cities at one time, Bengaluru today is a concrete desert. The green cover has come down from 68.2% in 1973 to 6.46% in 2017. The reduction in the green cover, which has led to many problems, including the rise in temperature, is mainly due to the skewed concept of development. And yet, it seems like the authorities have learned no lessons. They continue to cut down trees under the guise of development. Here is a peep into their plans and the consequences.
Over the last 45 years, Bengaluru has lost 62% of its green cover. The denudation of the green cover has led to many problems, including depletion of groundwater levels and increase in pollution and radiation. And with civic consciousness rising, there has been resistance to the horrific concept of developing housing and infrastructure at the cost of nature. In the recent past, the authorities have tried to stem resistance from environmental activists and conscious citizens by offering to transplant the trees they cut for infrastructural development. So, what has happened to the trees that have been transplanted with great fanfare? Sadly, the trees which have been transplanted are dying without any nourishment or care. BBMP gives the excuse of transplantation to chop down trees. Transplanted trees are dying without nourishment. Is BBMP in cahoots with the timber mafia? Metro construction at the MG Road junction saw a lot of opposition by the people as BBMP had to cut down many trees. So, the BBMP and the Forest Department transplanted the trees from MG Road to Putenhalli Lake in JP Nagar, but not one tree has survived. Palike officers cut down more than 30 trees during the Jayanagar Road widening and transplanted them. These trees, which are at present behind the JP Nagar Dodda Ganesha temple, are in a dire state. Nature lovers squarely blame the BBMP officers for the sad state of the transplanted trees.
ಜೈಮಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಂದೆರಡು ಕಡೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಹಾಕಿದ ಮರಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಮರಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸತ್ತೋಗಿದೆ, ಮೇಂಟೆನೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ದಿರೋದು ಆಗಿದ್ದು. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ACF ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಇಲ್ಲ ವಿಜಯ್, ಜೈಮಲ್ ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಅದು ಇದು ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, ಮೇಂಟೆನೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ನೋಡಿ ನೆರಳು ಸರಿಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮರಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ಸರಿಗೆ ನೆರಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಸಿಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಮರಗಳು ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇವ್ರು ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಜನನ ಕಣ್ಣೋರ್ಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಈ ಥರ ತಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಎಸ್ದೋದ್ರೆ ಆಗೋ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಲ್ಲ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ.
As many as 171 trees that were cut during the widening of the Jai Mahal Road were transplanted in park next to the RV College, but the trees have died for lack of proper nourishment. Trees need to be cared and nourished after a transplant, just like a human needs care after an operation, or else their death is certain. BBMP officers have paid no attention to which trees can be transplanted and which cannot. They are just on a roll to transplant every tree. Nature lovers allege that the BBMP doesn't transplant valuable trees but chop them off and sell it to the timber mafia. When we spoke to the mayor, he said he would call a meeting to address the issue.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಸುಮಾರು ವಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸದಸ್ಯರುಗಳು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಮರಗಳನ್ನ ಮತ್ತು ರಂಬೆಗಳನ್ನ ತೆಗಿತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸುಮಾರು ಕಡೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಆಯುಕ್ತರ ಹತ್ರ ನಮ್ಮ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ನ ಕರೆದು ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ ತಂಡಗಳನ್ನ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿದ್ಧತೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ.
The BBMP needs to understand that the answer to this mess is not cutting trees and transplanting them. The answer lies in no cutting trees. Elsewhere in the more environmental conscious world, cutting trees is a virtual sin. If we don't protect trees, our own lives are in danger. The sooner we realize it, the better. Kiran for NEWS9, Bengaluru.
Well, medicines are lifesavers, medicines are healers, and they also act as a shield by protecting us from diseases. But what if the concerned authorities supply low-quality medicines that could kill you?
All of us are health conscious. We do take care of ourselves by having healthy food, doing yoga, walking and jogging to stay fit and healthy. Despite our efforts to stay fit and strong, sometimes we fall sick, and one of the ways to get cured is through medicines. But what if these life-saving medicines become deadly for consumption? Yes, it's true. If sources are to be believed, the Health and Family Welfare Department hasn't called for a tender for medicines in the last 2 years.
ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಔಷಧಿಗಳ ಗುಣಮಟ್ಟ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಳಪೆ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸಿಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಬಹುತೇಕ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗಳಿಗೆ, ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಭೇಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಪರಿಶೀಲನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಔಷಧಿಗಳನ್ನೇ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ವಿಚಾರವಾಗಿ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಂಕಜ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಪಾಂಡೆ ಅಂತ ಕಮಿಷನರ್ನ ಆಯುಕ್ತರನ್ನ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೇಳೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಕೈಗೂ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ ಬಾಯಿಗೂ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಮಾತಂತೂ ಆಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ, ತಪ್ಪಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನಮಗಂತೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆರೋಪ ಕೇಳಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳಿಂದ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಒಡನಾಟ ಬಾಂಧವ್ಯನ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಉತ್ತರ ಭಾರತದಂತ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಕಂಪನಿಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ಒಂದು ಟೈಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದು ತುರ್ಕಾಕ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಜನಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಮೆಡಿಸನ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಹೆಂಗೋ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಗೋಲ್ಮಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೊರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ.
As they haven't called for tender for the past 2 years, every government hospital is forced to spend nearly rupees 1 lakh to get emergency medicines. Why has the department not called for a tender? The reason being is that time and again, Commissioner for the Health and Family Welfare Department is being appointed frequently. Now, citizens are furious over the carelessness of the officials for not taking any kind of action and providing poor quality medicines at government hospitals. So far, no one complained that there is a lack of medicines in government hospitals. We will call for a tender as soon as possible. I am new to this position, and if there's any grievance, I will address it immediately. What's more shocking is even in CAG reports, it is clearly mentioned that the medicines being supplied to Karnataka are not as per standards. This itself is a clear indication that the authorities in charge are working for commission, and that's the reason they have an alleged tie-up with select companies. Shivraj Kumar for NEWS9, Bengaluru.
And while several residents in Kodagu came forward to lend a hand in the rescue operations and also helped in rescuing hundreds of stranded victims. But what if the rescue personnel themselves are left unattended while they are injured? On August 18th, a team of youngsters were involved in a rescue operation. They rescued a mother-son duo as well while they were being washed away. But unfortunately, one of the rescuers, Bipin Kumar, was injured in the leg and has been hospitalized and yet found no aid from the government. And while on one hand, while the search operations are on for the bodies, several animals are also being rescued currently. Several of these animals were stranded for the past several days. While the focus was on ensuring that human life is not lost, several people were rescued as well. A few of these animals had also been affected by the floods and had been suffering for the past few days. Now finally, a team of rescuers has managed to rescue several of these animals who were stranded, left without any water and food. And well, that's all we have in this session of the bulletin. Thank you for watching. Up next is a NEWS9 entertainment special, hot and spicy. Stay tuned.
पतंजलि लेकर आया है ताजे फलों के रस से भरपूर पतंजलि फ्रेश फ्रूट जूस। अब बस प्यास बुझाइए, एनर्जी बढ़ाइए।
It's the change that excites you. The never done before drives you. The long stretches, the endless lanes. Watch in awe as you walk through. You are the seeker of new. We create to inspire. Introducing the new Ciaz. Nexa. Create. Inspire.
Nexa.
शोल्डर 18 पॉकेट कौन सी साइड
साउथ वेस्ट फेसिंग
साउथ वेस्ट
ओह नो फ्लैट 3 BHK है मैम
घर बेचने का भूत सवार लिस्ट कीजिए 99 एकर्स पर और पाइए जेन्युइन बायोस
ये फुटबॉल है क्रिकेट नहीं सीलिंग शॉट जानते हो हेलीकॉप्टर शॉट सीलिंग शॉट नहीं
नो सीलिंग शॉट मेरा शॉट सीलिंग शॉट इंडिगो ब्राइट सीलिंग पेंट एक स्ट्रोक में सब कुछ ब्राइट इंडिगो ब्राइट सीलिंग पेंट इंडिगो
This festive season, own a BMW with the 360 plan. Joy starts now.
She was a married woman with 2 kids. She found a new love in her life. But her lover had other plans. Husband's pride, paramour's envy.
This program is co-sponsored by
तो रेड बस ऐप डाउनलोड करो और बस ट्रैवल को इजी बनाओ
फद्दू लाल डाउनलोड करो
Hello and welcome. You're watching Hot and Spicy with me, Neha. Kannada rapper and reality show contestant Chandan Shetty is under the radar of the CCB police. The reason? Well, for one of the songs he recorded 3 years ago. Here's the story.
Body balance tappide yaro ee hudugi full bottle kali madidale ayyo dance martavale kadak smile kodtavale bounce na kelidike kodu nee answer yake helu ee party is super illi ella hudugiru born stars don't stop
Chandan Shetty. Well, he is definitely one singer who is making a name for himself in Sandalwood. The young rapper has been making people groove with his singing skills and is basking in the success of some of his recent tracks. youngsters are able to connect to his style, and the lyrics of his films are a big hit with college goers. However, Chandan is under the radar of the state police for one of his songs. The rapper had sung a song titled Ganja for a film 3 years ago, and that has put him in trouble. Antya never released, but the song has become a hit on YouTube. The song is picturized around boys who enjoy smoking ganja, and the lyrics are provoking people to take up narcotics over other bad habits.